This is a presentation on data analysis. I'm Colleen Halani, and this is for my information tech class. Probably thinking, what is data analysis? The definition is it's a process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling data with the goal of discovering useful information, suggesting conclusions, and supportive decision-making. So types of data analysis include data analytics, data mining, and cognitive computing. So data analysis is further the process of developing answers to questions through the examination and interpretation of data. It's also linked to data visualization and data dissemination, and also data modeling. Here's a picture of data analytics, the numbers you can use while analyzing the data for businesses, corporations, educational places, or healthcare systems. So there's 5 steps to analyzing data. First, you have to identify the issue. Then you determine the available data or technology you're going to use for the comparison. You then have to decide the appropriate answer to the question you're asked. Next is to apply an evaluation method for this data. And lastly, you want to end with the summary of the results in the process. And with that summary, you're going to give that to administration or management team within your workplace. So data analysis is generally used a lot in business because it helps us further learn about survey results. It helps us gather relevant data for projects, and this is basically financial or like operational means. Gives us a grasp of, as I said earlier, financial implications, provides help with administrative roles, and also allows for planning the future with statistical activities. Here's a picture of data analysis. And this basically shows all electronics you can use to analyze this data. You can use different charts, like have a calculator, pen and paper, and of course coffee to be able to stay awake to look at all these numbers. So data analytics, it's a very in-demand, good career path right now in IT. It's the science of collecting, organizing, and analyzing large sets of data to identify patterns and draw conclusions. So basically, you decide which data you want to compare to other bigger data in a workplace setting, and you would basically summarize this for management or other like finance people, accounting, hospitals, anyone who needs that data. And analysis work to break down data and to take crucial steps that involve converting unorganized and messy information into clean and usable knowledge for the business or corporation. It's a very organized-based study. So there's 3 different types of data analytics. Exploratory is when you analyze sets to summarize like characteristics using things such as table, graphs, pie charts, so visual methods. Confirmatory is a little bit different. It looks for like definite answers and solutions. It uses a lot of probability statistical models, and it has p-values. And the qualitative method is understanding or interpreting qualitative data that we've collected and investigated. So data analytics in business. Analysts basically focus on tools and statistical measures and can work with management. As I said earlier, it allows for better overall business decisions in the marketplace, and it derives conclusions based on what is already known by researchers. So we're either verifying this data or we're coming up with new conclusions on our own based on this data. So sounds really awesome, but what exactly does a data analyst do? So the picture to the far left kind of shows day-to-day tasks. You would look at the data and look at charts, analyze it, and think of new ideas. So basically, you translate complicated data, you interpret the results of the data, and you test hypotheses and conclusions about this data. Here's kind of a picture. So big data is a huge thing right now because data analytics, basically they're analyzing all this data and they're making it accessible, usable, and understandable to everyone. So second part of data mining is data mining is second part of data analytics. It's the process of analyzing data from different perspectives and summarizing it into useful information. Also finding patterns in data systems and solving problems. So data mining is used to increase revenue and cut financial costs in businesses, healthcare settings, or corporations as well. It allows technology users to analyze data from different, viewpoints, dimensions to categorize that data and summarize it with the right relationships. It's the process of finding correlations or patterns among dozens of fields in large databases. Here's a picture of data mining. And last part of data analysis is cognitive computing. It's the simulation of the human thought process in a computerized model. So a little bit similar to a robot that does human-like things, but it's used in the workplace. It involves self-learning systems that use data mining, pattern recognition, as well as language to reincorporate the way the human brain works. And in the future, cognitive computing, I think, will be booming because more users will become more familiar with it as they hear about it with more technological advancements. Cognitive computing uses machine learning algorithms, so there's kind of been a technological shift, and that's a big thing now too. And lastly, the goal is to create a secondary automatic technological system that can solve problems and find solutions without human assistance. And here's kind of a picture. And that's my presentation on data analysis. Thank you for listening. The end.